Welcome to another episode of my CD collection. Let's get started. First CD I want to show you guys is NWA's Niggas for Life, released in 1991 on Ruthless Records. Very, very dope album right here. This is the first and last album I did without Ice Cube and stuff like that. This album is very controversial, of course. Singles I was known for are Always Into Something and Appetite for Destruction. This album is very, very dark. If I made a top 10 dark hip hop albums list, this album would definitely be in the top 5. Yeah, some of my favorite songs are on this album, like Real Niggas Don't Die, Find 'Em, Fuck 'Em and Flee, One Less Bitch, She Swallowed It, Days of Way Back, and I also have some cover songs like I'd Rather Fuck You, which is a cover of the Bootsy Collins song by the same, the Bootsy Collins song from like his first album, and the song Automobile was a cover of the Parliament song. So this is a very dope album, and of course like they dissed Ice Cube in the song too, like the song Real Niggas and the skit Message to the BA. So this actually was re-released in 2003, and what else? But the thing about that re-release is that they added the 100 Miles of Running to it, the deluxe edition. And of course, I believe this was that was actually the first album on the Billboard, the first rap album on the Billboard 200. I could be wrong about that. That's NWA Niggas for Life, released in 1991. Next album is Marvin Gaye's I Want You, released in 1976 on Motown. Singles I'm known for are I Want You, After the Dance, and Since I Had You. This is a very dope album. This is the very definition of Quiet Storm right here. Like, believe it or not, Marvin actually recorded this as a tribute to his wife, Janice, his second wife, Janice Hunter. And like he just said, he felt her presence in the room. And that's what made him write these songs. Like, some of my favorite songs, like Come Live With Me, Angel, Feel All My Love Inside. And Soon I'll Be Loving You Again. My only
a succession of mafia defects.
Oh no, start this shit. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, so he recorded as a tribute to his wife Janice. And this album is I love this album, like it has Quiet Storm, it's jazzy and stuff like that. And what about this album? My only gripe about this album is like they'll wait like 1, 2. There's not like this album's kind of short if you ask me. I wish there was like a longer album though, but that doesn't take away from it. They actually released this album in 2003, and it has like more songs to it. So, so this is Marvin Gaye, I Want You. I recommend this album. I'm gonna actually do a review on this one. Oh, 2 more things. See this cover right here? Does it look familiar to you? This is actually the cover by Ernie Barnes, rest in peace. He used that for the latest season of Good Times and stuff like that. And I believe Prince was actually influenced by this album, because I think about 16 years after this album was released, he recorded a Love Symbol album. And that album, he paid tribute to like Mayete, his girl at the time. So that's what I kind of think. Foxy Brown, El Na Na, released in 1996. Everyone should know who Foxy Brown is. She's female rapper, member of the Firm. This album and Broken Sound are two of my favorite albums from her. No, I did not like China Doll. That album was fucking too much commercial wise and shit. Singles albums known for are, oh yeah, this was released on Def Jam under Violator. So singles albums known for are, it only came out like 2 singles, Get Me Home and El Na Na featuring Jay-Z. Get Me Home featuring Blackstreet. This album is very, 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 very dope right here. I love the production on this album and like Foxy's flow to the beat. You know, Foxy has a nice blend of hip hop, R&B, and dancehall. And this album actually got her beef with Lil Kim. I'm not gonna get into that right now. Wait till the whole review. I'll explain the beef about them. But like, I would recommend this album to like anyone. You know, this is released at a time when Def Jam Records were like unstoppable. Like every album that came up with that time, very huge critical and commercial success. And sorry about that. Like, yeah, albums like Blackout, Volume 2, Hard Knock Life, Shut 'Em Down, All We Got Is Us. Like, this album was no different. If you're a fan of mid to late 90s hip hop, this is an album you should get. Foxy Brown, El Na Na. Foxy, keep your head up. Then we got Smooth. Smooth's third self-titled album, released in 1995 on Jive Records. Smooth, for those of you who don't know, she's an MC / singer. She dropped her first album in 1990 and a second album in like 93. I didn't really hear. I need to get some more for albums though. This album had like very singles albums known for are Mind Blowing, which is a very controversial single due to its content, Undercover Lover, and Love Groove. And like songs like Odd Stuff appeared on the original Gangsta soundtrack way back when, appeared on the Thin Line Between Love and Hate soundtrack, and Ghetto Style appeared on Low Down Dirty Shame soundtrack. This is a very dope album. I feel like Smooth is very underrated. Like look at her, she's sexy as hell, I'm not gonna lie. Very underrated MC and singer. Like, you know, I kind of felt like she's kind of like an underrated one. Like, she's like, I believe she was like one of the few, I think we talk about sex like that. I could be wrong though, but hey. I mean, what else about this? I mean, I don't really know that much about her, or I just heard this album. I need to get some more for the album, but if you're a fan of mid-90s hip-hop, you'll most definitely love this album. Like, she can rap and sing, so that should tell you. She's not like one of those fucking, she's not one of those fucking people who use auto-tune or, you know what I mean. Just this smooth, self-titled album. Pick it up. Next album, Wyclef Jean, The Carnival, released in 1997. This album is lyrically, in my opinion, Wyclef's best album. As you can see by that sticker right there, I had 2 Grammy nominations and stuff. Singles album is known for it came out with a lot of singles. This was released on Sony Music Records. We Trying to Stay Alive, which was that beat that big. It was a big single. Guantanamera, Gone Till November, and To All the Girls. Like, this is the closest album that sound like the Fuji score, in my opinion. This is another, like, this is one of my probably Wyclef's best album. It's very distinct. It has like hip hop, reggae, Latin, dance hall. And he just mixed all that together. And what else about this? I'm not really the biggest fan of some of his later stuff. I don't know why. I mean, some of his later stuff was pretty dope, but he never did anything dope as this one. Wyclef Jean, Carnival, 1997. Pick it up. Method Man and Redman, Blackout, 1999 on Def Jam. Classic album right here. Very dope. Two of the East Coast best rappers are together. This is like very, very highly anticipated, you know, because the first time they actually did a song together was 1995's How High off the Show soundtrack, which is a single and stuff like that. Singles albums known for are hold on. How High, The Rock Wilder. That beat, if you hear that broom, broom, like in the club these days, the whole crowd would just go crazy. Tear It Off and YOU. This is I love this album. Like, this album represents like the Def Jam commercial. Like, it's commercial but in a good way. It's commercial and grimy. And like, you know, what else about this album? You know, like, they always like had respect for each other, like in interviews and stuff like that. So Method Man, Redman, Blackout. I've been looking all over for this album. I actually got it from the thrift shop. I heard a little bit of the second one. I wasn't really too crazy about the second one that much. It has some solid songs, but nothing compared to this. And next album. This is an old CD. Nirvana's Nevermind, released in 1991. This is a classic album. This is released on DGC Records. You know, this is not the debut album. A lot of people think it's a debut album. The debut album was actually Bleach, released in 2 years prior to this. Singles albums known for are Smells Like Teen Spirit, In Bloom, Come As You Are, and Lithium. This album, I love this album. It's like dark and melodic at the same time. Very, very dope. Like Kurt Cobain, rest in peace. Very talented songwriter and guitarist. Like, this album was actually put like alternative music and grunge in the forefront. You know, believe it or not, this album actually knocked down Michael Jackson's Dangerous on the top of the chart. So, if you, no disrespect to Michael Jackson, rest in peace, but at that time when they did that, everyone was shocked, like really. So this is Nirvana's Nevermind. They released this album on the 20th anniversary, and what's cool about that, I believe it comes with like a DVD and another disc with like B-sides and interviews. I think I need to get that In Utero album. That is my favorite album from them. Black Moons, Enter the Stage. This is another old one I got. This is released in 1993 on Nervous Records. This classic album. This album is so dope. I love this album. Buckshot, 5 Foot, and DJ Evil D. Whew. Like, singles albums known for are Who Got the Props, classic song right there. How Many MCs, I Got Your Open remix, and the Buck 'Em Down remix. Those two remixes actually appeared on the Digging in the Vaults album, which came out 3 years later. I'm gonna get to that album in a moment. Like this album, believe it or not, this really like one of the first albums to like come out of that whole, people call it the New York Renaissance and stuff like that. But this album doesn't really get the credit it deserves. I don't know why, because people focus on the Illmatics, the Ready to Die, the Word of Life, Sunrise to the East, the Infamous, and like they just shoved this album under the rug. But without this album and 36 Chambers, the East Coast will not be in the forefront as it was. Now, back to the Digging in the Vaults. Black Moon actually left Nervous Records, I think a year or two after this album was released, and like they won. I think that's how the whole Duck Down Records. So to get them at the contract, Nervous Records put out the Digging in the Vaults album, which was like rare remixes and stuff like that. And what else? That's why what was I about to say? That's why you can't hardly find that album anywhere. Even the whole Duck Down Records label does not have that album in their stores. That's crazy. So it's like a collector's item, if you say it. This is Black Moon Enter the Stage, 1993. Pick this album up. I have 3 more to go, y'all. 3 more. Okay, next album is Outkast, Stankonia, released in 2000 on LaFace Records. You guys should know who Outkast are. They are hands down innovative, very innovative hip hop group. What else about them? They, this is actually a mainstream album they came out with. The one that put them on the mainstream. I mean, they actually were on the mainstream, but if you ask me, not really many people knew Outkast like that, because they were just too original, too. Anyway, whatever. Singles albums known for are Miss Jackson, So Fresh and So Clean, and B.O.B. This album had like a political theme to it, And, as you can tell, the cover was actually inspired by Sly and the Family Stone album, Stan. Very, very classic album right there. I didn't get my hands on that. And, one thing I love about this album is like, it just has that really, really rock-infused kind of sound. Like, they use like synthesized electric guitars. So, pick this album up. This is the last classic album they came out with, Outkast, Stankonia. Then we got Capone and Noreaga. Capone, The Raw Report, released in 1997 on Tommy Boy / Penalty Records. Classic hip hop album right here. Very dark and melodic and grimy. Excuse me a minute. Yeah, okay. They were discovered by Tragedy Khadafi. He put them onto the spot. Singles albums known for are Illegal Life, LA, featuring Mobb Deep and Tragedy, where they dissed like the Dog Pound. Very, very dope song right there. Because Dog Pound dissed New York and them in this. Yeah, you guys know the whole story. East Coast, West Coast. Top of New York and close to the Sam Snead remix. Some editions have the Sam Snead remix, some editions have this remix to it, but I'm glad I got the Sam Snead remix because that remix kicks the original version's ass. Other songs that I wish were singles were Channel 10. I love the beat to that whole atmospheric kind of dark beat, and Capone Bone, which was like I love that the lyricism they played together. And also Capone was actually in jail when this album was released because I forgot what he was arrested for. And Noriega, he actually dedicated the song "Live On, Live Long." He dedicated that to Capone and stuff like that. And also, this album, I kind of compared them to Mobb Deep's Hell on Earth, you know, because of the fact that the production was kind of like the same and stuff like that. Capone got the World Port. They really released this album in 2013, so pick it up. And the last album is Rick James and the Stone City Band, Come Get It, released in 1978. This is a very, very, very classic album. I love this album. It is very funky but soulful at the same time. Singles I was known for are You and I, Mary Jane and Hollywood. This album is important for two reasons. One, it actually brought Motown back to its commercial success. They were still they had like a lot of commercially good albums, but nothing was compared to like nothing compared to the first couple years though, because you know they had Stax Records and Philadelphia International were coming up, and plus disco was on the rise. So, and also this album kind of introduced like the whole punk funk movement and stuff like that. So that's a very, cause you have people like Prince, the Gap Band and stuff like that. Rick James actually like this. He started the whole punk funk stuff. So this is a very nice album. I love this album. I need to get some more of his stuff. You know, like this is actually not my favorite album. My favorite album is actually Bustin' Out the 7-Eleven and The Garden of Love, which I need to get. That album is so hard to come by. Other than that, that's all the CDs I got in my collection. Stay tuned for more stuff. Peace.